Hey, it's Mike with Fleetwood RV. Today we got a special video. We are launching a brand new product for Fleetwood. This is going to be the top of the line product now for Fleetwood, which is going to be one step above the Discovery LXC. Make sure you stick around so you can see all the features and benefits of the Fleetwood Palisade. So here it is. This is the 2025 Palisade 45DS. This comes in 3 different floor plans. We got a 45DS, a 45CS, and then for those that want a nice luxury motorhome and still get bunk models, late fall we'll have a 45FS coming out, so stay tuned for that one. But on the 45DS here, we can start up front. We'll look at some of the features and we'll work our way back. Some of the upgrades for the Palisade is going to be the larger tires. So the Palisade is going to have the 315/80 by 22.5 wheels and tires on it. And we'll talk about some of the other upgrades as we go back. But we have the fuel tank. This is going to be 150 gallons on a Palisade. So you get 50 more gallons over the Discovery LXC. You got some oversized aluminum side swinging luggage doors. We have the same Freedom bridge. So this still has the I-beams on it that the Discovery LXC will have. So you can still take advantage of that nice stable ride. No twist in your chassis. To my knowledge, we're still the only manufacturer in the industry that's using I-beams in our construction. Everybody else is using C-channels. And when you think about it, C-channels an I is basically 2 C's put back to back. So it just tells you the strength that you're going to get from the I-beams. In the first compartment here, though, this is the exterior freezer. That's an option. Standard is going to be full storage in there. And that white material is Citadel. That is the exact same material that they use in car wash bays. So it just tells you the durability of the interior basements here. It's very easy to clean. It's white, it's reflective, easy to see all of your cargo inside, and water's not going to hurt it. So if you spill a tiki torch in here, if you put firewood in here, you can literally just spray it out with a water hose or an airline and you're good to go. If this was all embedded in carpet, then those wood chips are going to stick into your carpet. The tiki torches are going to stain. You're never going to get that smell out. But this compartment here, this more ride tray is standard. It will be accessible from either side, and optional, we can throw it in the next compartment here. This particular unit does not have one in it, but again, just a tremendous amount of storage. This bay connects to the other bay. Right up above these compartments, we have our exterior entertainment system. Inside here, we have a Samsung TV. This is on a swivel. So no matter where you're sitting underneath your patio, you're going to have a good view of the TV. And plus, we have a sound bar behind it. That'll make sure you get nice audio. And speaking of the awnings, this has the Girard roof mounted awnings. They're integrated into the roof line. So this is a 45-foot motorhome, and we literally have probably 42 foot of patio coverage. So I know we like our families and all, but we still need a little room to spread out sometimes. So that's easy to do underneath your Palisade. Coming back to our next compartment, we have our electrical bay. Up top here, we have our transfer switch. So that's powering your unit. We have one that powers your unit. Then we have your short cord and your generator right there. So depending on which one you're using to get your power from, that transfer switch will do it all internally. You don't have to worry about it. Battery control center. And then another upgrade that we have on the Palisade is AGM batteries. We have 6 batteries right here. So that increases your battery bank. So that's the longer you can go off grid. The more batteries you got, it's like the larger fuel tank. The more fuel you got, the further you can go. The more batteries you got, the longer you can go without being plugged in. And then right here on the left is our disconnect switches. So if your slide outs ain't working or something, make sure your slide out disconnect switch is on. And then our other one is the inverter switch. So if your motion power lounge, your fireplace, articulating bed, anything like that's not working, then a lot of times it's going to be just because your inverter disconnect switch is off. Coming back, this is a tag axle. So the one that comes out is the one that turns. We got the innie here and then the outie. So all the out ones turn. These are just like your front wheels. This one's going to turn at 12 degrees. That's going to give you a 17% reduction in your turn radius. So with this turning at 12 degrees and your front wheel turning at 60 degrees, because this has independent front suspension on it, you can turn this 45-foot motorhome around in a 3-lane highway. That's pretty impressive for the size of this unit. Coming back to our last compartment, we have our starting batteries. So if you're, for some reason, if this thing's dead, you use your auxiliary switch, which will transfer your house batteries into your starting batteries. If that's not working, then here's where you'd want to jump your batteries. You don't want to jump the house batteries over there. Def tank is right here. Neat thing about the Palisades, we have dual-sided def fills. So you can fill up from either side of the unit. And then, again, some more disconnects right here. This is for your chassis batteries. This is for your house batteries. We'll slide back to the rear of the unit, look at some of these features. Right up top, we have our camera with the one-way audio. So you can hear your spotter communicate with you, but they can't hear you if you're in there complaining, which can be a good thing. Down below, we have brake sync. This will be standard on all of your Fleetwood diesel products. So this thing's already prepped up for your tow vehicle. So when you show up, you buy the part that is ready for your actual tow vehicle, and you can plug it into your unit. So you have that redundancy for braking right from the day you pick it up. We have our 7-connector plug. This lanyard right here is to release the air from your standalone air supply for your tow vehicle. Coming over to the other side, now this is a big upgrade that customers have asked for. You want that side radiator. We got some customers that like to work on their units, that change their own belts and all that. So the side radiator does make that a little easier to achieve. So now we have that. All Palisades will have a side radiator. It's still a 450 horsepower Cummins L9 engine. It's paired with the Allison transmission, which is the 3000 series. So towing is not going to be a problem. We have a 15,000-pound hitch on the back. And we do have a 15,000-pound gap between our gross vehicle weight rating and our gross combined weight rating. So no matter, you can load this to the full OCCC, the cargo carrying capacity, and still tow 15,000 pounds. As we were talking about the dual fuel fills, or the DEF fills right here. Moving up to the next compartment right here is our wash down bay. So this is top of the line luxurious product. So everything is on electric reels. Your power cord, your 50 amp power cord's on a reel. Your water hose is on a reel. We have little access caps here. So you can run your hose through this and still lock your luggage compartments. Whole house filter, that's recommended to be changed every 8,000 gallons. Our low point drains, so whenever we want to winterize our unit, this is where we'd come to do that. Water pump access right here to turn it on. So if you need to spray off some of the camping gear, the dogs or whatever, you can do that right here without going inside the motorhome. And some 110 plugs. You never have enough 110 plugs. Coming into these next two compartments, they are pass-through storage that we already seen on the other side. And here was that second one. Now into this compartment, another upgrade. So the Discovery LXC comes standard with a 400D Aqua Hot. All of your Palisades will come standard with a 450D Aqua Hot. Basically, they're the exact same footprint, but the 450D is going to give you that engine preheat capabilities through the Aqua Hot where the 400 doesn't. Other than that, they're the exact same systems. It's again, a great feature to have because it doesn't pull out any of the humidity out of the air. So for those that are not familiar with an Aqua Hot, this is going to do all of your interior heat plus all of your hot water needs. So I basically explain it like there's two loops coming out of this box. This is all full of propylene glycol. It heats up to like 190 degrees. It'll go through for your interior heat and heat up all these heat cozies and then blow them into your unit. and then it'll go back into this box and warm up again and just repeat that cycle. And very similar with your hot water. It'll go through, I think it's like 34 to 40 feet of coil. It'll go through there, and by the time it gets out, it's all hot. And then it'll go to your faucets and then into your gray tank. So it's a very nice feature to have. Dual fuel fills, so we can fill up from this side again. And I believe I mentioned it over there, but again, independent front suspension on all Palisades. And then inside here, we just basically have your windshield wiper fluid. In the top right corner, we have air chucks. One's going to deliver air into your system, and one's going to provide air for filling up toys or something like that. But another upgrade, if you look up top, this little black handle right here, if you pull this out, that'll release the front hood of the unit. And now you can grab right underneath here, because this is metal reinforced, and you can pull out your generator. So remember, like the Discovery LXCs, we got to reach underneath it to undo the latch. You no longer have to do that. We can do it from our luggage compartment over there. And then while we're on the topic of upgrades, we do have a 10,000 watt generator versus the 8 that was in the Discovery LXC. But that is the exterior of the Palisade. Let's jump inside and look at some of those features. All right, now we're inside the Palisade 45DS. Let's take a look at some of the accessibility to the amenities before we open it up in travel mode. So it's all closed up right now. As you can see, we're in the kitchen. Everything is very accessible as far as our stove, the sinks right here. Coming back into the refrigerator, the doors open up all the way, so plenty of room to get everything that's inside there. And then coming over to the restroom, this is the mid bath, and door opens up a little under halfway, but very easy to get inside still. Coming back to the master bedroom, we have full access to our bed. As with all Class A's, this is typically where it stops. You never get back to the rear bedroom or bathroom unless you do a little tuck and roll. But accessibility is really well in the 45DS. Let's get this thing opened up and see what some of the interior amenities are like. We'll start up front in the cockpit and we'll work our way back looking at the features. The drop down bed, this is a twin size. It is an option if you choose you really don't want it, but there's so many great features by having this. It looks really nice with the crown molding. We added an additional 4 lights on the bottom, so it really lights up the cockpit, and plus it's an additional sleeping space. And if you don't have anybody with you, it's a great storage space as well. But back into the living room, we can turn our captain seats around to join seating in the living room. We have a bed that comes out of the sofa right here. So that's another sleeping spot. Right over on the other side, we have our theater seating. These are power. So nice, comfortable spots there as well. We have these little trays that can come out, and then they'll snap right into this little silver button right here. So now you got a little workspace or a little tray if you're eating. This is going to be your standard fabric right here. All of our furniture is made by Apex Furniture. It's a nice US company that's based in Knoxville, Tennessee. We've had really good feedback on how comfortable our furniture is. And then this one over here is going to be an upgrade that you can do. It's our performance fabric. It's an actual fabric versus the vinyl. This is, again, US made. Seeing some really neat, interesting things about this. You can actually dilute bleach down a little bit and rub it on here. When I was looking on their fabric, it actually has a little kid with SpaghettiOs all over her face and everything sitting on the couch, where they're really promoting how easy this stuff is to clean. So again, that's an option. It's the performance fabric. Standard's going to be the vinyl that we have over here in our theater seating. Moving back into the kitchen, we have our dinette right here. We can do the adaptable table in the Palisade as well. Standard is the credenza right here though. This does come out. There's a lock right here. So if you do have some company over, or you just want a little bit more elbow room, you can pull that out. For the additional company, we have 2 more chairs that's in the wardrobe that match this fabric. They're fold up, but they look really nice. So give you some options there. Good thing about the credenza though, as you can see, is it does add a lot of storage. So by getting that, you get all of the cabinets underneath. Plus this one right here is prepped up for a laptop, so it turns into a little work zone. And we do have a 110 plug-in right there, so you can always keep your laptop charged. Based off of a lot of customer feedback is they don't like carpet in their units. So we went to this vinyl fabric right here. It's not a carpet, it's actually vinyl. So you can spill stuff on this and wipe it off. It's kind of like an exterior carpet, like an exterior rug would be. It's kind of what this is made like. Again, really good feedback right there. We do have to have something because these are flush mount slides, which is, again, very nice to have because if not, you're always stubbing your toe and your furniture sits higher off the ground. So this floor is completely flush. So that fabric does help us cover up that transition right there. Coming over to the galley, we have a 13 by 60 picture box window. Lets in a lot of light, and plus I love it when it's on the entertaining side, because if you're in here doing dishes, you're cooking something, then you can see outside and see your company out there. See the grandkids running around, the kids, keep an eye on the husband, whatever you got to do right there. Up top, the cabinetry, we ozite line all of our cabinets, so it just gives it a nice clean look. Plus it also reduces some noise because fabric absorbs noise. So if you got all your appliances, dishes, anything like that, you're not listening to that chattering noise when you're driving 800 miles down the road. And plus with Fleetwood, we try to put all adjustable cabinets or adjustable shelving in our cabinets, which at first I didn't really think of the importance of it, but I actually had a customer tell me how important this is. And when you look at it, it makes sense. So if you were to put a box of cereal up here, if these were adjustable, or if they weren't adjustable, you'd have to lay it down and take up all of your room. But this one, for instance, you can lift this cabinet all the way up, so it's good for canned goods up here, and then you can put your cereal up here. So really, it just doubles your storage space up here. So we try to do that in every one of our cabinets. Solid surface countertops. We have an induction cooktop. Again, this is all electric coach. There's no propane on board. That's good. One less thing to fill up. It's one less thing to you have to worry about. It's a flammable material. Your AquaHot would do this whole coach. So electric cooktop, stainless steel sink with, it's the deep one, farm style, storage underneath, plenty of room for the trash can, things like that. Over here, we have a dishwasher, Fisher Paykel dishwasher. That is standard. We do have solid surface covers that go over top of these as well. And, you know, this is a great spot to put those, or if you have any taller objects, cookie sheets, things like that would all fit right here. And then a little pull-out, additional countertop space here with storage below. So plenty of storage in the kitchen, but the more important part is the refrigerator. It's an LG refrigerator. We do have ice and water built in, and a nice deep freezer. Coming back, here's our pull-out pantries. We got one on top and one on the bottom. If you have any longer objects like brooms, mops, anything like that, great place for those. Coming directly across, we have our first bathroom. This is a half bath. We still have the residential backsplash, full tile, hard solid surface countertops, porcelain toilets, and down on the bottom, we have our central vac dustpan. So we pull our dustpan out of this taller cabinet over here. We can sweep all of the debris right into that, that dustpan, kick the little lever on it, and it sucks it all down into the basement. So you don't have all that, that dirt and dust coming back into your motorhome. When we were up front, we're talking about the multiplex. That's this right here. It's operated by Firefly, and this is where we come to control everything in our unit. We do have remote switches that are stationed, you know, at the entry door, in the bathroom, underneath the cabinets in your bedroom, but those are just remote ones. This one can do everything. All of your lights, your slide outs, your HVAC controls. You can pair your cell phone to this. Everything can be done right here. You can also control that auto gen start by temperature too. So if you leave and you're going to the store, wherever you're going, and your dogs, cats, whatever pets you may have, or they're staying in your unit, you can set that to, let's say, 70, 72 degrees. And then if this comes below that, or gets hotter in this case, gets hotter than 72 degrees, it'll kick on your generator and turn on your ACs, cool your unit down so your pets are always comfortable. And you're not putting all those hours on your generator, which is really nice. Coming back here, we're in our master bedroom. So our bed is articulating. So when this is in travel mode, the bed does have to be up, which is still a nice feature because a lot of customers like to set up in bed in the morning, have a cup of coffee, watch some TV, read a book or something like that. That's makes it a lot more enjoyable when you have a sitting up articulating bed. And plus, on this other side, it allows us to give you very deep storage. So look how big our wardrobes are. And we actually have a TV back here as well that pops up on a televator. And then our wardrobes are very deep. So if that bed did not set up like that, we would not be able to offer this. And you think about it, you're traveling probably 5-10% of the time, and you're in camping mode 90-95% of the time. So we give you that benefit that 95% of the time versus the 10%. But back over to the bed, we have wireless chargers for your cell phones sitting on your nightstands. We have 110 hookups there. Right at each nightstand as well, and there are USB ports put in them because everything charges by USB now, so those are incorporated right into there. We have a lot of storage, deep storage up top. Underneath the bed, we have those remote panels I was telling you about, so it looks just like the Firefly panel but just smaller. Our TV lift button, and then there's this button right here is kind of neat. It's a camera selector button. So if you're laying in bed and you hear a bump in the night, you're like, what's going on outside? Your TV's already up. You're just watching TV. So the only thing you do is hit that button and it'll display all of your exterior cameras on your TV. So you'll know if it's a squirrel knocking over or a raccoon knocking over your trash can, or if the neighbors are still out having a late night, you would know exactly what's going on in your outside your motorhome. But just inside this bedroom, if you look, just on this side, we have 10 doors and drawers just on this side. So plenty of room to store all of your stuff. Built-in shoe racks on the bottom or whatever else you choose to use them. And then we have another 6 drawers or doors over there. So that's 16 doors and drawers in this bedroom. That's more than I have in my house. So storage is very, very important. Now back in the master bathroom, we have a huge shower in here, which a lot of customers love large showers. But one of the neat features is this little blue light. What this thing is doing is it's basically circulating your water. So if you did not have this, to get warm water in your shower, you would turn on your faucet, you would wait for it to get warm. Well, the whole time you're waiting, you're wasting valuable water. So which is going down your drain, filling up your gray tank. So with this thing, you can flip the switch over. This will keep recirculating your water until it gets warm. When it gets warm, you can flip this switch over and then you start getting warm water. So now you're not wasting any. So it's optimizing the water that you're carrying. Then directly across from that, we have our stackable washer and dryer. It is a Whirlpool washer and dryer. And a nice little storage area right here for all your detergents or whatever you need to put in there. We have his and her sinks right here. Plenty of room for both people to get dressed, brush their teeth, get ready in the morning, and then a nice bank in the middle of drawers. And then up top, each person has their own medicine cabinet as well. Then over here is another porcelain toilet. We do have a window behind it, but nice storage area. Everything is porcelain in here. We don't put no ABS products in any of our ABS toilets in any of our products. Again, adjustable shelves, plenty of storage back here, and then some nice deep rear wardrobe right here. So that's the walk around of the 2025 Palisade 45 DS. The MSRP on this unit is about $675,000. You may add in a couple options on top of that. But again, that's MSRP. That's not what you're paying. So if you want to compare that to the Discovery LXC, you're probably $45,000 more based MSRP. So you can judge if those are worth it for you. I think there's a ton of upgrades on this unit, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. But if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and comment below. Give me your thoughts, what you guys think about the Palisade, and we'll see you on the next video.